guys, welcome back to the United Stand. I'm Sander Seegers, and this is your sort of transfer rumour roundup show that I'm going to be doing with you every single week here. Draughty, was it Devil's Breakfast, I think we've called it, which is a fantastic little name. Now that can change as time goes on, but let me know what you guys think. Welcome to the show, everyone. I can see everyone getting in there, prats in their comment. Now, you know, I think that's a term here of admiration on the United Stand, so I'd like to give you the prat term back. How's everyone doing on this Saturday morning? Although it is getting on a little bit now, 10:30. I am knackered. How are you guys doing? I'm enjoying myself. Everyone's getting in the comment. Everyone's getting in the comments. Everyone's joining. How's everyone doing? Now, the idea we had for this show was a little bit of a Sunday supplement sort of idea where we go through the news, the transfers, that sort of thing. But we thought, who reads the news nowadays? Not the news, the newspapers. Who gets their newspaper out and goes, oh, lovely? No one does it. No one does it. There's probably a few traditionals of you out there that do it. But for me, I never really need to read the newspaper. So what I do read is tweets from journalists, which might as well be the new newspaper. So we've got a variety of tweets from journalists just to get, give us an update on the news on transfers. Obviously, a lot of them are Jadon Sancho related. Surprise. But we have got a lot more to come as well. It's very exciting time as a Manchester United fan. We've got a lot coming up on the show. So how are you guys doing? I'm very excited to get into it. I hope you guys are all well. Let me know if, the audio and all that sort of thing's all right. I can adjust it if that needs be. But everyone's good. I've been watching your comments as we've been sort of waiting to go live. But we'll start with the first tweet of the day, as you can see here on the screen. The big news coming out in the last couple of days is, in the last couple of hours really, is the whole thing about the 10th of August transfer deadline. That's the big thing, isn't it? Dortmund are saying to Manchester United, we won't take any offers after the 10th of August, which is Monday. Obviously, it's Saturday now. So we've got basically the weekend to do something. Which is worrying, isn't it? Because, the whole time we've heard about Manchester United that they don't want to go above 120 million. They don't want to necessarily meet Dortmund's asking price, which suggests that there will be negotiations that take place, which suggests that, it will take slightly longer than originally thought, than if we were all sort of in an agreement about a fee. So the fact that Dortmund are then saying, listen, Monday, you've not got past that, is a little bit worrying as a United fan. However, we've got Don Woody-era here. We've always loved Don Woody-era. He's asked Fabrizio Romano, obviously you guys know who that is, about the 10th of August deadline. And Romano's come out and said basically nothing. He's basically come out and said that talks are still on, we're still negotiating, but that, nothing's agreed yet, which is a little bit, I don't know where quite to stand on that as a Manchester United fan, because he's not denied the fact that, that there is this deadline, and which he has in the past. In the past, he said, no, there's no deadline, there's talks ongoing. But now he's been asked directly about it. He's replied to it, and he's not gone, it's not true, which suggests to me that there is something in it, that there is something in this whole Monday deadline thing. However, it also suggests to me that the fact that he hasn't gone with it either, has he? He's not gone, yeah, that's true. He's not confirmed it, right? Which also suggests that there might not something be in it. So it's confusing, isn't it? Romano, you could have done a better job in that tweet, but we do appreciate you. We do love you here on the United Stand. What do you guys think of that? Do you guys reckon there's a 10th of August deadline? I don't really know how transfers work. Obviously, you do as a fan, right? You do as a fan. You see transfers happen every season, right? Every couple of months. However, you don't you're not doing transfer negotiations day in, day out. So the actual intricacies of it all is a little bit confusing. Whether they're a sort of personal deadline set by clubs, I'm not sure whether that happens or not, because I don't do football transfers every day. I talk about them, but I don't actually negotiate them. So we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. What do you guys think? I've been told by Draughty to interact more, so I shall be interacting. Everyone's saying, good to see you, brother. There's some sort of negative comments, but we'll ignore them, shall we? Great job. Thank you. I want to know what you guys think of this whole deadline situation. Do you think it exists? Do you not think it exists? If you do think it exists, do you think that's something that will match and meet and get the deal over the line, or do you think we'll pass up on it? Because there have been rumours that we won't be bullied into... actually, I've got a little slide for that. Check this out, lads. There you go. Manchester United won't be bullied by Borussia Dortmund into the 120 million euro sort of fee, which is a good thing to see. We've got a super chat here. Has Mark gone to protest the deal? Yep, I can confirm that he's not necessarily taking his car, but he's taken sort of an aeroplane, I reckon, yeah, and maybe a hovercraft. He's gone over to Germany. He said, listen, right, You're going to get this deal over the line, and that'll be it. What am I on about, man? What am I on about? Yeah, so let me know what you guys think of this transfer deadline idea. I've read something that the deadline has been extended. Have you? Well, we haven't got that. Of course, things can come out as we're live. You know, that's the nature of live shows. However, we haven't got that yet. Although, if it has been extended, that might be a good thing. If we do see us go past Monday, it either means that everyone's off the mark, reports-wise, or that Borussia Dortmund have maybe slightly been... that we've come out on top of the negotiations. We've almost bullied them back, if you will, because if they're sort of going back on their initial statement of Monday, then that suggests that we've sort of got the upper hand, or that, you know, talks have progressed in some sense. So that would be exciting to see. I mean, it's a really exciting time to be a Manchester United fan, isn't it? He said it's good to have something different. Goldbridge the best, but Sander refreshing. You know, that's what we all want to see here. We want to see diversity in life. You know, in your own life, imagine everyone was just the same person. It'd be boring. So you want to have a bit of me, bit of flex. Sides on a Wednesday. We love that. Do you know what I mean? But today you've got me. It's the pink shirt, Sander. It's the pink shirt. You know, I thought I'd wear a little pink number today. Don't know if it suits me. 20th of August, people are saying, yeah, listen, if that is the new deadline, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And we can have a little bit more time to get this deal over the line. However, if it's not, it might be good for Manchester United fans as well. I was thinking about it before going live, like, you know, the deadline isn't good for United fans and United because it pressures you to make a decision. Oh my God, you know, what if we haven't quite figured out whether we want to pay that money or whatever? You know, and the deal might not get done. However, if you think about it, it is good in a sense, isn't it? Because you know, we don't want to see another Paul Pogba saga of 2016. Although that was great for the club marketing wise, although that was great in some ways for the fans because, you know, it was this whole massive build up. That ended after about 3.5 weeks in, didn't it? And it lasted for 2 months. We were all bored with it by the end. It all dragged on a little bit too long. So it'd be great to have this transfer sort of done and dusted quite quickly. So in that sense, Dortmund, thank you. Manchester United, pay up. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of them. We've got another donation here. Oh, please don't say I've missed it. Oh, I can click on it. That's fantastic. Here we go. Sander getting Aubameyang to sign a 3-year deal is bigger than signing Sancho. Golden Boot next season. Now, Zane must be an Arsenal fan, so welcome. You know, we do invite everyone on the channel. It's just, I'm not quite sure Golden Boot does anything when you're 8th. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. Like, you can have the Ballon d'Or winner, but if you're 9th or 8th, it doesn't do much. You know, it's not really the trophy we're going for, isn't it? Imagine saying that to a fan. What trophies are you going for this season at Arsenal Football Club? Well, we might pass up on the Premier League, but I think we'll go for the Golden Boots. Imagine that being a thing, man. Josh Sutton's donated as well. Thank you guys so much for your donations. He says, saying super chats are larger than Arsenal's transfer budget. Banter FC. Now, you know, no comment. We appreciate all contributors here on the channel. So yeah, basically, as you can see, yeah, we'll go back onto the conversation. Manchester United won't be bullied, which, again, is a good thing, isn't it? It is a good thing because, it's you know, you're going to see Manchester United run as a better team, you know, because we might love to say, oh, Man United, put down 120 million and we'll go and get Sancho, you know, Messi and Ronaldo, you know, do you know what I mean? But that isn't realistic. That's the sort of thing we were doing with Di Maria, Alexis Sanchez, all these sorts of things. And it wasn't a model. It wasn't a sustainable model, was it? You were breaking the wage structure, as you can see in this bottom tweet here. Manchester United don't want to do that. So again, despite these sort of being slightly irritating tweets to Manchester United fans, because we want to see Sancho get done, we don't want to see, we're not going to go above 70 million, because, you know, you want to see big money signings come in. But it is positive from a Manchester United fan's point of view in regard to the fact that Manchester United has started to be run as an actual business, as an actual football club, a sufficient, successful football club. And that's not what we've had in the past. In the past, we've just had Galacticos signings. Oh, Alexis Sanchez, did you want £4,500 a week? 4.5 grand, 50 grand, whatever it is. And then we just signed him and it was ridiculous. You know what I mean? So it's good to see us sort of reining it in, being sensible about our decisions. Why are we not looking at Dennis Zakaria? Because I don't know who that is. You know, again, sorry. If he's like, you know, the up-and-coming best player in the world, I do apologise. But I don't know who Zakaria is. It excites me that tomorrow... it exists and tomorrow we will get Sancho done. This is the thing, right? prior to this deadline conversation, everyone was like, oh, it's going to get done on the 7th of August, when the first reports of it really coming out was, a week earlier. And that really never was going to happen, was it? That was never really going to happen, because I think it was Jan Fjortov said on the channel that, imagine you were trying to buy an apartment in another country that cost 100 million, 120 million. It would take you weeks. It would take you weeks. And then when you've signed it, you've got to pack your bags. You've got to put it all into boxes. If any of you ever moved house, you know how much of a faff that is. Imagine buying a 120 million euro apartment in Sweden or, Germany. Exactly. So, it's going to take time. But this Monday transfer deadline thing's really thrown something in the works, hasn't it? Spanner in the works, that's what I meant to say. Sander, I think we need to wrap up this deal. I hate the back and forth personally. Settle the team early. Exactly. Love the show. Keep it up. Thank you so much, pal. First of all, your contribution is really much, very much appreciated. But secondly, I'd agree with that. I don't think any of us really like this back and forth. I think it takes the excitement out of a deal, doesn't it? We're already a bit bored. We're already a bit like, oh, yep, there's Sander talking about Sancho again. Do you know what I mean? Like, shut up, mate. Let's get on to another signing. But it's going to drag on, isn't it? Unless this transfer deadline is real. We move on. Cave, Sky Cave, we'll call him, because I'm not saying that surname, did tweet out earlier today, or yesterday rather, that he's... See, this is the thing with this sort of tweet, man. Look at this. Read it. Asked club owner how much Man United should pay for Jadon Sancho. He just said 60 million. That makes it seem like he's asked the Manchester United owner, the Glazer, one of them, how much they should pay for Jadon Sancho. And they've got 60 million. It's not true. I clicked on the tweet. I had a little read. It basically says he's got 5 experts of transfers, one of them being a club owner, how much, and then he's asked them how much they think Manchester United should pay for Jadon Sancho. One of them, the bottom one, said 60 million. It went from that, 60 million, to 120 million. So these tweets, they're teasing. They're teasing, but don't buy into him. Although, it is true what he is saying in a sense. Part of the actual story was that one club owner said that he'd pay 60 million, and that's only for Jadon Sancho. And basically what he was talking about was the fact that, Manchester United is the post-COVID-19 era, and he doesn't really know where the money's going to come from, which, is true in a sense. But I think Manchester United are in such a financially strong position that we can bully others into sort of sorting out deals for us. People are saying get Goldbridge back, which, you get him back tomorrow. You get Goldbridge every day. So, have a little bit of me today. Dortmund might have expected Lyon to lose yesterday and have their discussion with Depay, which is now delayed. Again, that is a good comment. That might be something that's true. You never know. I don't think they'd tandem it right up to the point where, Monday you sell Jadon Sancho and Monday evening you sign Memphis Depay. But things like that happen. Surely things like that happen where you're thinking, okay, Lyon will get beat tomorrow and we'll start the Depay conversations, hence the 10th of August transfer deadline sort of marker. Oh, wait, Lyon have gone through. Well, we'll postpone that a little bit. It might have an effect on us. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, we'll move on from Sancho then. Oh, wait, we've got one more. This is the last one on Sancho, I promise. I do promise. It says, I understand Sancho is the main and only target for Manchester United this window. If they get Sancho, here's the big bit, wait for it. If they get Sancho, no other big profile will be signed. Sancho is seen as the key factor to take them to the next level. Now, that is a little bit worrying, isn't it? Like, that's from Jan Fjortov. We've had on the channel in the past, and big thank you for coming on, pal, because your information is valuable and we really do respect it, and so we have to respect this. He said that if Sancho doesn't come in, we will get no other big signings. That is, he's not quite said no other signings, but no other big starters is what I'm presuming he's saying, and that for me is worrying. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. If we sign Jadon Sancho, would you be happy with us not signing anyone else? Or would you rather us not sign Jadon Sancho and go for a plethora of other players? What would you reckon? Because I think right wing isn't necessarily the position that we need to strengthen the most, is it? I mean, it's a great position to strengthen because, admittedly, we do need strength and depth all over the field. But right wing, we do. Mason Greenwood's only a young lad. You take him out of the mix and you're talking Daniel James and Jesse Lingard. Now, that's worrying. You've seen that towards the end of last season. Every time, we had to play every game, we had to play the same team because we didn't have any strength in depth, right? However, then you go and play Lask Linz and you do play a second string team and they struggle to put a performance when they're 5-0 up in aggregate. So we do need that strength in depth, but I'm not sure right wing is the key area for me. Let me know where your key area is. Look, you guys are getting in your comments about the signing Sancho, or would you rather sign a plethora of other players? And a lot of you are saying sign Sancho, which is interesting, and I really do respect that opinion. And I'm not sure. Listen, I'm not I think all of you are saying sign Sancho. We need right winger. See, this is the thing I love about this channel, mate. This is what I love about it. I was about to go, no, I'd rather maybe go over centre-back, a central defensive midfielder, and, yeah, I'd rather spend my money, 60 million on each central defensive midfielder and a centre-back than 120 million on a right winger. But all you guys in the comments are going Sancho, get Sancho in, which is brilliant. I love that difference in opinion. That's what we're all here to do. We're all here to discuss things, and I really value your opinion. We've got another contribution here. Thank you so much, pal. He says, hi, Sander. You are full of energy. I didn't feel it when I got up this morning, but it seems like I am. What did you eat for breakfast to be the way in this morning? You're the way you are this morning. Keep up the good work. Hope we sign Jadon Sancho. Thanks, mate. Short answer, peanut butter on toast. Long answer, didn't have enough time to make anything else. Sancho is going to depreciate. I don't know if that's true, though. I don't know if that's true, full of jummy. I think, if anything, Sancho's going to appreciate it in sort of value, because he's such a young player, isn't he, that, 19, 20 years old, he comes to Manchester United, he's got another, 12 years in his career left. He's not going to depreciate, no chance. He says, I agree with Jan, actually. Getting Sancho improves depth in attacking. From then on, we need to invest in multiple areas of bench quality. Right, okay, so that's interesting there. What the contributor has said, I can't quite remember your name, but thanks for your contributing. What he said there is, we need to go and get Sancho this summer, and that he's our starter, he's our guy. From there, we need to sign bench quality players. What he's saying, we need to sign players that will sit on the bench. Now that I agree with, because Jack Grealish, he's not a bench quality player, but you go and sign him and he comes and sits on the bench. That's where he starts, the bench. So in that sense, I do agree with you, mate, because we're rarely going to have people that come into the starting lineup straight away. As I said, I think a right winger comes in, I think a central defensive midfielder comes in, and I think a centre-back comes in. But I don't think, a central attacking midfielder comes in straight away. I think he comes in on the bench. So in that sense, I agree. But Jack Grealish, for me, would class as another top high-profile signing. So what Janaga Fjortov is saying is, if United get Sancho, we don't go and get Jack Grealish. We don't go and get Donny van de Beek. We don't go and get, Koulibaly or a big-name centre-back. That doesn't happen, is what he's saying. So that is slightly worrying. Josh Jennings says, thoughts on the 10th of August deadline? We spoke about that a little bit earlier in the show, but I will get onto that. I will address that now again. I don't know whether it's true or not, because I base a lot of my transfer news, as I'm sure you guys do, on Ave Goldbridge, who probably gets it from Romano. So Fabrizio Romano is really my source of, my fountain of knowledge, if you will. And he's basically come out in response to the 10th of August deadline and said, no comment. That's basically what he said, isn't it? He said, talks are ongoing, no fee agreed. So he's not addressed that. So for me, I'm not sure whether it goes on. I'm not sure whether that's something that people even do in the transfer market, whether they set personalised sort of custom deadlines, because I don't negotiate transfers every day of my life. I talk about them, but I don't negotiate them. So hopefully, if it is true, we'll get the deal done. And if it isn't, we'll get the deal done. What sort of a statement is that? Hopefully, if it is true, we'll get the deal done. If it's not, we'll get the deal done. Ridiculous. What am I on about? We've got another contributor here. He says, Sancho is a once-in-a-decade player. This season is our only chance to buy him without competitors. Mason is more of a striker, in my opinion. Big ups from Australia, bro. And I think you've hit the nail on the head there, mate. You really have hit the nail on the head there. This is the one season. How many times in the transfer market in the past have we gone, oh my God, we won, I don't know, Ronaldo, or I don't know who else, Pogba, but Real Madrid are in for him, Barcelona are in for him. Oh my God, we're going to have to pay over the odds because we're going to have to fight these other clubs off. We're not fighting anyone off at the moment. We've literally just got ourselves to fight with. So in that sense, I really agree with you, because this could be one of our only chances to get Jadon Sancho uncompeted for, which is a big opportunity. But as I said, it's post-COVID era, and we don't necessarily have the 120 million euros that they're asking for. It was literally, Borussia Dortmund asked for 120 million euros before COVID, and they've literally asked for it again after. There's been no setback in value, which worries me, which is strange to me. If United go and pay it, fair play to them. I hope their book's going to handle it. But there's surely going to be some drop-off. Maybe they're just sort of bluffing and they've got a poker face, and they're sort of bluffing that they don't have as much money as they say they do. But we'll have to wait and see. We've got another contribution. Your contributions are flying in today. A right winger is critical. Victor did absolutely fine this season with Harry, right? Talk about Lindelof. And then an understudy for Matic after Sancho. Love from Dublin. I agree. That's what I said, isn't it? Centre back. Well, you're saying Victor did fine. I think Victor did fine. Lindelof did good, although I've been a critic of his. I don't think him and Maguire wins you a league. That's the only issue. I think that we do need an upgrade at some point, so why not do it now? If there's not one out there that you want to go for now, then fair enough. But I do think Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire isn't the centre-back partnership that wins you the league. And then I'd agree. We need to sort that central defensive midfielder position out, absolutely, because Matic long-term, doesn't exist. Matic and long-term doesn't exist, does it? And Scott McTominay, Jesus Christ, against Lasky, he was dodgy. Now, of course, I'm not going to get on his back and say that we should sell him or anything like that because he's a young player. And, it was 1 or 2 games and he's been out of the team for a while, so he's not been playing often. He might be off form or whatever. But regardless, I'm not sure he's the man. I'm not sure he's the man to replace Matic. If Solskjaer thinks he is, I will trust that process. I will back him, and in which case, we might not need to get a central defensive midfielder. But from what I've seen so far, that position without Matic worries me. So we'll have to wait and see. We've got another contribution. Guys, I do apologise. I want to read more of your individual sort of non-contribution comments out. However, I've got to read the contributions. I'm sure you can understand that. Ollie talked about taking advantage of the market. Exactly. This is from Kinky Juby. He said, if we signed just Sancho, I'd be highly disappointed. Surely we could get a couple of bench players in. Yeah. Solskjaer talked about taking advantage of the market. I agree. We should do that. We've got the team with the most money, basically, so we need to take advantage of other people not having any. However, if that's not reasonable and, you spend 90, 100 million on Sancho and that's it, so be it. I don't think we should get bench players in, necessarily. I think what you mean is we need to, as I said before, we need to get strength in depth, i.e. a Jack Grealish, even Donny van de Beek, someone like that, Gabriel, a centre-back. These players, they're not bench quality players, but they are people that will come in and sit on the bench, Son is getting Partey and Willian and Coutinho will be the biggest transfer window as it means we are not relying on one player. Again, I agree in the sense that we need to get a variety of players, but I don't agree in the sense that we should get, who did he say? Partey? Okay, yeah, I'll take him. Willian and Coutinho. Nah, not for me. Willian's like 32, and he's getting on. I think he's 33 this upcoming week. I don't want to take Chelsea cast-offs, and Coutinho, nah, get rid. I don't want him. When he just come out of Liverpool, firstly, he's a Liverpool player, but secondly, when he first came out of Liverpool, I might have considered it. But he's gone to Barcelona, flopped. He's gone to Bayern Munich, flopped. Do you know what I mean? Like, what am I witnessing? I don't want Coutinho or Willian, to be honest. Yanaga just tweeted again. I'll be honest with you. Drawty, Devil, did hang on, let me get it up. Drawty messaged me a second ago saying, I'm not going to read it out because it's too long, but basically he was talking about the fact that he messaged me screenshots of Jan Fiorta's tweets, basically breaking down the Sancho deal, basically just no real new information. But there you go. We'll move on from Sancho to Jesse Lingard. Now, Jesse Lingard, what do you guys think of Jesse Lingard? Get in your comments because he's a Man guy, Manchester born and bred. When you cut him open, he bleeds red. Although so does everybody. So I guess there's nothing special about that, is there? But he really does. He lives and breathes Manchester United. So if we can get Jesse Lingard and players like that, Marcus Rashford, Dean Henderson, players like that, to be successful at Manchester United, then that's fantastic. That's the ideal situation, isn't it? However, if you can't, and you've scored 1 goal or 2 goals now all season, you'd look to get rid of him, and that's the reports, isn't it? MUFC are ready to listen to offers for Jesse Lingard this summer. Solskjaer deems him surplus to requirements and is open to selling him if the right bid arrives. And listen, I'd agree with that, right? I'd agree. Jesse Lingard, what's he doing at Man United now, man? I feel bad. I don't want to get on his back because I know he's gone through like personal issues and, as everyone does, but apparently his have been quite severe and, his form's dropped off dramatically, and that's never nice for someone. He's a person at the end of the day, and I don't want to have a go at him personally, but simply judging his performances on the pitch, he's absolutely not performed well enough. He's got 1 goal, 1 goal in the Premier League all season. He's a Manchester United attacking player for Man United, the biggest club in the world, and the guy's got 1 goal in the Premier League all that, mate. You can't be having that. What am I witnessing? Or maybe it's all year. Regardless, it's not good enough, man. It's not good enough. What you guys saying in the comments? According to a lot of sources, Dortmund are prepared to offer a new contract with a sizable wage increase if United fail to meet their asking price by Monday. I also read that, yeah, which... Now, listen, that probably would be true, I guess. If he stays, they might put him on a longer contract because, the buyout then is more expensive, so people have to come in literally for like 200 million in the future. But that also might be a little bit of tactics, feeding the press with a little bit of information saying, listen, if he stays, we'll put him on a massive contract. United, pay up. It might be one of those situations, so we'll see what happens. People talking about Lingard in the comments. Yeah, I want to get your opinions on Lingard. A member, Ricardo Fidalgo, says, I like Lingard as a person, but he's not good enough for United. Thanks for your service, but it's time to go. And I think that's what most people think, to be honest. People are saying sell in the comments. Matthew Dudley says, you can't sell Jesse Lingardinho. And people forget as well about Jesse Lingard. The guy's on so much money. Like, the guy's on, 200 grand, 150 grand or something like that. It's not like he's, Tahith Chong, right? And he's on how many thousands of pounds. He's on 150 grand. He's a earning football player, well-earned person, right? And he scored 1 goal all season. Can you imagine that? Imagine you were a postman on 160 grand a week, and you went to deliver post every day, and in your whole career, in your whole year as being a postman, you deliver 1 bit of mail. Can you imagine doing that? What we're witnessing? What we're witnessing? 1 bit of mail all season. It's ridiculous. You can't be having that. You get sacked. And so I think United should sell Jesse Lingard. But we'll move on. We'll move on from him. I'll still read your comments. Sell Andreas fast. Yeah, I agree with that. Get Andreas Pereira gone. Not good enough. It hasn't been good enough. There was, hype about him when he was in the youth team, but, that shows you, isn't it? That shows you that the step up from the youth team to the first team is huge, and some people just can't deal with it, to be honest. If he cares about his career, he will take a pay cut. I'm not quite sure who you're referencing there, David. Sell Jones first. Now, listen, there are so many players that we should get rid of still. I think Ollie's done a fantastic job so far. Obviously, Smalling's still on loan, but you get the gist. Sanchez is gone now. Lukaku is gone now. All these players, Rojo is on loan, but still, he's basically gone. Fellaini, gone. We've got so many players, we've got rid of so many players that he should have, but still, we've got to keep getting rid of players, i.e. Phil Jones. Let me know what you guys think of Chris Smalling. That's an interesting one. And Jesse Lingard, Andreas Pereira, the likes. Hey, mate, what are your honest thoughts on the swap deal of Samatta with Lingard? Don't know who that is, so can't comment. Sander, who's your favourite Man United player? Conversation for a different time, I think. Probably Ronaldo. Young gone, exactly, yeah. As you can see on the screen, guys, we've got another slide. Another talking point. The young player, Premier League player of the year nominees have come out. And Manchester United have 5 nominees. We've got, you can see there, Trent Alexander-Arnold. We've got Anthony Martial, Dean Henderson, Mason Greenwood, Marcus Rashford, Jack Grealish. That's why I said 5, because he's basically a United player. He's not. Don't worry, we haven't signed him yet. But, we've got 4. We've got 4 young nominees. And can you imagine that? Imagine we do get Jack Grealish. And out of, I don't know how many people are there, 8 players there, we've got 5 of the best youngsters in the league, in the country. That's ridiculous, mate. That's class. Like, who do you think should win that? I saw Goldbridge on Twitter yesterday saying Trent should win it. Listen, fair play. I wouldn't disagree with that. Trent's been fantastic this season. He's won the league with them. And the guy's, so young still and is, the best fullback in the league, probably, to be honest, him and Wan-Bissaka. However, I'm a biased Man United fan, so I'm going to go with Anthony Martial. I think Martial's been fantastic this season, and I think he should win it, just because I'm a biased Man United fan. Also, did you guys see that thing yesterday of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer not being in the... No, I'm having this. Forget the young player of the season. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wasn't in the Manager of the Year nominees. And Lampard was. What am I witnessing? Frank Lampard was in it. The guy went from 3rd to 4th. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer went from 6th to 3rd. And he's not in it. Oh, I was fuming when I saw that. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I was fuming. Who do you guys think we should win that? The Premier League player of the young player of the year? And also, do you think Solskjaer should have been in the Manager of the Year? Because I think he should have. I was fuming, mate. Keep Lingard. This is a comment. Keep Lingard with slashed pay cut to feed the bench. We need a deep squad. The top players will lift the standard of football in the whole team. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think. What does Lingard add? You got to think about it. What does Lingard add? Let's say you're playing Barcelona in the semi-final of the Champions League. You know, oh no, Sancho's got injured. Oh, what we gonna do? Mason Greenwood's already up front. Oh no, Rashford's got a suspension. Who should we bring on? Jesse Lingard. Like, what's the guy going to do? What's he going to do? He's not going to do anything, is he? Can you imagine him going up against Alaba? Or, no, I don't know, against, you know, a Gerard Piqué or something like that. Well, ridiculous. Ole 100%. Ole should have been in it, shouldn't he? That was mental. I was fuming. If Sancho joins, Rashford is more likely to lose game time than Mason. I don't see that. I don't see that, to be honest. Mason has been playing on the right. Sancho would come in on the right. But to be honest, I think we need strength and depth in the entirety of the team. Like, we need it all over, not only up front, because, you know, we lost our 3 best players this season. Just because we've got the players back to fitness now, so we've got Anthony Martial, we've got Marcus Rashford, and we've got Paul Pogba, doesn't mean... Oh, what am I witnessing? Right, I think we're back. We're back. Yeah, just because we've got them all back to fitness doesn't mean that we should that they won't get injured again. You know, sorry, we had a little moment there. Yeah, you're not going to be in a Champions League semi. Why not? Why won't we be in a Champions League? We got to the quarterfinals last year. Sancho is wonderful. Sander is a Poundland mark. Clearly, I've got Poundland Wi-Fi. I do apologise about that little cut out there for a moment. You can always refresh. Smashing it today, mate. Get yourself down to the Dukes. Enjoy the sun and a few bevies. I will do. Yeah, we're back now anyway. Leave Jesse alone. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything today, to be honest. I think we've run out of topics. I have enjoyed the interaction with you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed it too. We had a little bit of a glitch there, a little bit of a lagging session. So I do apologise about that, but we're back. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Obviously, we've talked about a plethora of topics today. Jadon Sancho being the main one. But of course, we talked about Jesse Lingard. Diogo Dalot, we haven't talked about. I forgot to put that in there. Diogo Dalot, there's rumours that we want to sell him. Apparently, Everton are in for him for about 10 odd million. Which, again, same as Jesse Lingard, I'd get rid of him. It was when Solskjaer started to play Fosu Mensah over Diogo Dalot, whether that be for the injury or not, but he played him against Palace. Do you remember? When he did that, I thought, nah, done. It's done. When it was that, it was like, nah, Diogo Dalot's out the door, because you can't. Timothy Fosu Mensah hasn't been at the club for 3 years, right? And then he starts playing Diogo Dalot. He's not playing Diogo Dalot. He starts playing against Palace, the game that we needed to win. Diogo Dalot is going to go, guys. That rhymes. I'm a opponent. I didn't know it, and I think he should. I was sitting in the Stretford End once watching Bruges against United this season in the Europa League, and Diogo Dalot was playing, I think, and I was sitting next to a guy, and he went, oh, I reckon we should keep him. I went, what you on about? We should get rid. And I went, name me a game where he's played well. And he went, PSG away last season. I thought, what you on about? Just because he got the penalty, which was a shot that was going way over the bar, and he hit someone's hand, Kimpembe's hand, doesn't mean that he played well in the game. There's that little clip of him doing this step overs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he was good enough. But yeah, thanks for joining me today, guys. I hope you really have enjoyed it. I do apologise for the slight lag there for a second, but it was back very quickly. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Have a good weekend, everybody. I'm sure we'll be back here with any more updates on transfers as soon as they do come out. Mark Goldbridge, me, or Flex will be live at some point throughout the next couple of days, updating you on it all. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Like, subscribe, get your comments in, and I hope you have enjoyed it. I'll speak to you guys soon.